Hey guitar students, this is a basic tutorial on what to get and what not to get when you get a guitar. If you've already bought a guitar and you're ready for class, then you don't need to worry about this. But there are 4 things today that I want to go over that you need to have for class as a guitar player to start off. This is my really nice guitar, and I don't expect you to have a guitar like this. This is called a Taylor 614 is the model number, and I saved up for a whole summer after I graduated from high school for this guitar. So you're probably not going to end up getting a guitar like that. If you do, everyone will be jealous, including me. But what you need to start off with is something that sounds great and that still works for you. And this is the type of guitar that would be great if you could get it. This guitar right here I bought 20 years ago at Costco. It's made by Yamaha, and it was about $170. I've seen the same guitar go for less today, and it still plays great. And I actually have recorded with this guitar. I've actually found it to be, in some ways, different and nicer than my really nice guitar. It has a different sound, and it sounds really cool. This is called a Dreadnought guitar. It's got this nice big shape, and it's very loud. And so you will need a guitar, and a guitar like this is great. One of the things I want you to look for when you look for a guitar is I want you to look for the strings, and to take a look and to see how close they are to what we call the fretboard right here, and the wood on the neck here, and follow it all the way down. You can see how close it is to the strings. This is pretty close. You don't want it too close so that it hits these metal frets. If it does, it'll buzz. Most of them aren't like that. But the problem, you can see, the problem with a lot of guitars is when people buy them, the strings are too close to the fret, or I'm sorry, too far away from the fretboard, and it's really hard to press down when you start to play. And this is unfortunate for beginning guitar players because they have the hardest time getting their fingers down, and these strings are so high off the fretboard. So you want to look really close. There's a couple ways to measure that. Don't worry about that. Look for yourself. If you see that those strings are more than, say, a couple millimeters right here, then it's just too high. Let me show you one that's too high. And this is one that I got. It's a nylon guitar, and this is a cheaper guitar I bought for my son. And they sound kind of cool. You'll see them in guitar stores, and they're usually a lot cheaper. This is about 70 bucks on Amazon. It's a smaller guitar. It's easier to carry, and it's easier on the fingers. But the problem is those strings are so high off the fretboard. You can see that this one is a lot higher. See how high that is? And if you go down to this side, you can see how high it is. I mean, compared to that last one, it's hard for you to tell just looking at maybe right here, but you can see right there, there's definitely at least 3 millimeters right there at the very bottom. And that's going to be tough when you try to get your fingers and try to move on these different shapes. Believe me, it's going to be tough. So I would recommend that you go out and look for a steel guitar, not a nylon guitar. If you have one already, that's fine. Bring it to class. But if you're going to buy a new one, try to get one that's a steel guitar, steel string guitar, and try to find one that's probably over $100. It's probably going to cost that much to get something decent. Takamine and Yamaha are both good brands. There's other great guitars out there. Fender makes some good acoustic guitars. They're usually a little over $200, but those are a couple that you can get. I got this one, this Yamaha. By the way, Yamaha makes great entry-level guitars for less than the other manufacturers, it seems like. This is one I bought for my daughter, and this one was about $170 at Guitar Center. And I got it this last Christmas. It's great. This guitar will last you for the rest of your life. It looks pretty. It's nice. It came with the case, and it came with some other things that you're going to need. So the first thing you need to have, obviously, for our class is a guitar. So you need to find one. Here's one last tip on finding a guitar. Check out Craigslist. Craigslist can have some really great guitars like the one that I just showed you for as cheap as 50, 60, 70 bucks. It's amazing what you get on Craigslist. And if you're willing to make a drive to Modesto or Fresno, those types of places, you can get some great things. The next thing that you need to have is you need to have a case. Now, I don't have a guitar case with me that you'll see, but most of them you'll see in the guitar shops are about, they can be like 30, 40 bucks. They're black. They're sometimes made of like a hard composite cardboard type substance. But in any case, what you need is something that basically will protect your guitar. Try not to get something that's made out of cloth or vinyl. Those things get bumped around during school. You want something that won't get bumped around too much. Don't pay too much though. Most of the guitars that you get, if you buy a package, will have a guitar case. Many of them do. So look for that. Expect to pay $30 or $40 for a guitar case. The next thing that you will need to have is you will need to have for sure some picks. So you want to get these. These are really easy to get. This is the one that I use. You probably won't be able to see that very well on camera, but this is a Dunlop 0.5, a 50 millimeter pick. And this is nice because it's a little bit bendy. I like them to be a little bit bendy for me. If you're strumming guitars, you want it to be more bendy, and that's what we're going to be doing more strumming chords in our class than picking. If you were doing lead stuff, you'd want to actually get something probably a little bit thicker. I actually use this for lead too, though. I like the way it sounds. So this is what I recommend. Something that's 0.5. There's some other ones that are good. If you get them real brittle, sometimes what happens is you can break strings with that. So so get some of these, about 33 cents each. You can get some of those. And the last thing that you're going to need to get is you're going to need to get a tuner. This is a great little tuner here that I got off on Amazon, and this is a Snark is the name of the brand. But basically what you do is you take this tuner and you're going to put it right on the head of your guitar, and you won't be able to see it real well right here because the way that the display shows up, it kind of looks funky because it doesn't really get it. But basically what's going to happen is you're going to strum, and you're going to be able to tune your guitar. It's a little bit flat right now, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and tune it up, and I'll get that E. It's a backwards E there with the way that that video shows. But in any case, it's really, really helpful, and you'll need one of these. So a tuner costs about $7 or $8. Really great. I got this one on Amazon for $7 or $8. And they'll have them at the guitar shops. Don't pay more than $15 for one of these. This will last you a long time, and I've seen semi-professional musicians using these. They're fabulous. Best way to tune a guitar. Okay, that's it. Those are the 4 things you need. You need to get a guitar, you need to get some picks, you need to get a tuner, and you need to get a case. Looking forward to see what you guys come up with, and I'll try to help you out.